What up, bosses? Your man, MBR, going to bring you a brand new series today. We've been currently doing an A to Z series. We've been doing the Ultimate Bravery series and also my Road to Diamond. And as I can't really hack playing League at the moment, I've been trying to play some games. I want to really climb up, but being stuck in this either how that I'm at the moment is just driving me crazy. So what I thought we'd do is we'd actually watch some games from Elo How. So instead of me playing where we watch myself and doing whatever, we're actually going to go over a game that someone or a team's played in certain divisions. I want to kind of maybe do bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, maybe even challenger. Depending on how you guys would like to see this series play out. I think it'd be a pretty cool idea, something we've talked about, and sometimes on stream we've watched over bronze games. And one of the bronze games we actually watched over was one of my good friends who watches my videos, Shocker100, who are actually going to be watching in this game, or he's one of the actual teammates. He's currently in bronze 4, so this actual game is bronze 4 material, I guess you could say. It's pretty much right at the bottom. So what we're going to be seeing is we're going to be seeing on the blue team, we have Vayne, Shogath in the top lane, Vayne and Blitzcrank in the bottom, Shaida in the mid, and Warwick in the jungle, obviously against another Warwick. So we're taking this actually blind pick. This isn't actually a ranked game. I just judged by that, but we've got the sort of elo in mind. We're going to be looking around bronze, I guess. And then we have Misfortune and Shen. No, Misfortune and Misfortune and Karine. No, Karine is mid. I'm already. Oh, they have a cut. What? No, this is okay. So we just have. This is what we're completely. So I've already been thrown up. These bronzes already got the best of me. So we have double jungle, of course. We have a Akali jungle, and we have Warwick jungle, of course. All right, that's really threw me off for a second then. So we have Karine in mid. So I really want to know what your guys' ideas are. How you would like the series to pan out. How would you like my commentary style to be similar to my actual battle rap when I was doing tournaments where we kind of cast over and we talk about the moves and everything. To be honest, I don't really know most of the moves for these champions. I got an idea what they do, but going name-wise would be something a bit different. When we shot cast through, or we just analyse the game and have some lols. So any kind of tips or anything you'd never see in this series, let me know in the comment section below. This is completely new for me. It's the first time really commentating over some League in this sort of style, and hopefully we can have some fun. So opening wise, let's have a quick look at the items. Unfortunately, I can't actually keep the screen up. We have to keep tabbing it. But we do see what we will do to make my life a lot easier, right? We'll switch these over to, so we actually see, oh, we have a flash coming out. Nice flash by Misfortune. That's actually some good reactions there. We'll switch these over so we actually know who's to be who. Shen on top, and then I guess a card, or I don't know. Yeah. Well, what we'll move is make it up that. So we can see Katarina's actually started off with a Dark Seal here. Shen going Doran Shield, Doran's Blade on Misfortune. Hunter Nice on both our junglers. Pretty standard start, really. I can't knock their builds at the moment. We do actually see Warwick coming into the mid lane right now, trying to get a gank off here. And Katarina diving in, making a nice use of her Shapumpo to pick up that first blood there. Good job. But we did actually see Misfortune. Oh, as Warwick decides to re-engage here. Not too sure why. I think if we play backspace right now, we can actually watch how this goes over again. So we do see Warwick making a nice attempt here, and Katarina making good use of her Shapumpo and is able to dash away. Really nicely done. But for whatever reason, our Warwick really decides to engage here. Maybe scared Katarina's going to fall and she's not really in a position to do anything. Oh, she does actually jump on here. I think she went onto a minion and the flash ignites. Oh, holy shit. Very nice. Wow, good job. You see a Akali roaming the journal this time in the bot lane as we actually quickly grind back. It's going down as a pretty hectic game, right? We do see Misfortune, I believe, actually dropping down. So we're stuck on a 2v1, poor Misfortune. Standard blind kick, right? You don't get your role, you kind of just do whatever you want, right? So we are going to see her. She obviously was flashless and way too far overextended there, and an easy kill for Vayne to pick up. And we are going to see actually Shen. Jesus Christ, I don't think I can keep up with this action. Shen dropping Shogath in the top lane. So quite an interesting matchup here. I was a big fan of Shogath top back in Season 4. I really like when you land that Q, you go in there. If you have your W, unfortunately he doesn't actually have his W at the moment in time. And Shen's able to easily pick that up. He has a big minion wave going. Now the minion's going to drop him here. He's just about to be able to get out then. So, and of course the Karina with the flash base. Nicely done. The first Drake we're going to see is Ocean Drake. I like Ocean Drake. I think Ocean Drake is great for like laning. For your first 20 minutes was brilliant. It's something I would try and secure. But going towards sort of mid to late game, it's not necessarily as valuable as other Drakes are. But you want to get those to maybe to increase the value of Drakes. Hopefully you might be able to see some Fire Dragons this game. So we do actually just have a look. We try to get these numbers down. So we got Mr. Shogath on number 2. We have the Taila in the mid lane running Ignite and Flash against Katarina's Ignite and Flash. interesting stuff. Let's see what our Akali, can we find our Akali? We have Akali, who's currently killing Skull Crabs, so the sticking to the double jungle at the moment. There's no reason why I cannot see it working at this elo. You know, Akali is a beast in herself, so I feel like she could potentially pull someone out here. She does really need to get the level 6 going for herself. We do see Miss Fortune once again going to be struggling here. You know, it's not too fun. But we actually have the Warwick coming in though. He is glowing. He's hunting that Vayne. She's pretty low at the moment as he decides to pop his ability there. He's going to get a nice knock up by Blitzcrank. And we also have the Akali roaming in. That's where the double jungle could actually make happen. We're going to see the flash in from Warwick onto the Blitzcrank. A nice hook coming from Blitz. And I think that will be the Warwick dropping dead here. Not too badly, to be honest. Unfortunately, Vayne does pick up a kill, which maybe is not necessarily ideal. But overall, not too much of a bad play. So we see, whoa, Akali flashing in here. That was a bit hectic. And yeah, Akali doesn't really have the damages to be putting that off just about now. There's a nice little try. Akali wants to really get those early kills. As we do see Katarina, who looks to be actually about to snowball here. As she jumps into Taida with a double buff here. She can get slow. Does actually get poked down a little bit by the auto attacks. Everything seems to be a bit passive. This is going to be just going to insta kill right now. Make a nice use of extra pumpo, picking up the additional dagger, which resets that cooldown, making life look easy. Who needs Ignite, right? As we rotate back into the top lane, we have the mighty Sho'gap, who's looking a bit smaller at the moment. But yeah, with his QWE or QW and R combo, his ult does about 300 base damage, which is true damage at level 1, which is just crazy, or level 6, I guess you can look at it. His first point is crazy. So interesting to see how he actually goes about building at the moment. It was so early on, we haven't seen too many items. We do see double Dorans coming out for the Taida, was our Katarina company double stacks. Our Sho'gap though, in the blue side top hand corner, is currently falling quite far behind, only level 3 to the level 5. I'm not too sure what has actually been taking place here. We do see Warwick and Akali fighting over some wolf camps, I agree. It looks like, so this is where the issue that we're going to have. I feel that maybe if they're going double jungle, they should be trying to get involved in the top side. But we do actually see Shen going a bit ham onto Sho'gap. He is completely out of mana here. Obviously his passive does regen mana every time he last hits, but with that much health, he's going to struggle to actually get any last hits here. We do see our double jungle fighting over the camp. So I'd like to see them try and pull out an early dragon. You know, Warwick and South can put it out, but with double them, 2 smites, and it's OP, right? That dragon will be going down in seconds. Warwick is going to be rotating topside. His eyes are glowing. He is ready, pretty hungry, but again, because of Sho'gap's passive, he is heating up reasonably well on his top side. As our Miss Fortune, keeping herself at bay. We'll have a quick look at her farm. She's currently 9 minions to the 27. Not too bad considering these things. You know, a 2v1 matchup is hard enough, but let alone having a Blitzcrank in there. It means every time she makes one mistake, then boom, she's going to get hooked. And yeah, sink especially into the Vayne. If she condemns her into a wall, it's going to be painful stuff. But we do see our Katarina roaming down to the bot side. What's she going to make happen here? Oh, nice. Not too much. Oh, she gets nice pick up a dagger here, going into the ultimate, and is actually going to get hooked in by the Blitzcrank, but unfortunately not actually level 6 at the moment. Can't do too much more, but Vayne's chucking in a couple warriors. A nice roly-poly. Is she going to finish her here? She is, and that is going to be a shutdown, and all stacks gone on the Katarina. Ripper Rooney. Protect to the top side, we can see Warwick going ham. A bit aggressive here in this 2v1 situation, but it looks like he's going to be able to run around easy enough. Oh, Shen with a nice dash over the wall and good use of his W here is actually going to burn the flash of Warwick. Sho'gap even. But if we quickly rewind them, we will see these pro-house mechanics. Let's get a little zoom in here. As Shen originally making a really nice play here. We can see his ward in the top corner. Actually spotting out the Sho'gap as he dashes in there, uses his double to block the incoming damage, and unfortunately my camera rotated to the bot side, but flashing straight into the wall, and that means our Sho'gap is potentially getting away with Warwick. He's not gonna let this slide. There's a nice flash in and easily picking up that kill there. Nicely done. With the blue side Warwick having to run for the hills. We do see the red side Akali, who is actually coming bot side. The TP is going to come in from Shen, making use of a W to try and close that gap, but I think Shen's TP was a little bit too late then, with Akali already put it back, wasn't able to actually reposition herself, and without her ultimate she isn't going to close that gap. Quite far behind as well. Next PS, she's level 4 and is going to drop dead to the Miss Vayne at this point in time. Really, I feel once Shen goes in, then Shen will try and cancel his ultimate, or they're not going to make anything happen. And now we have the pings, the SS pings, meaning that it's like you do a little good job ping, right? What are you doing, you fool? They should, Shen kind of baited in Akali in some sense, I guess. Or we say this, any normal person might leave it, but at this bronze elo that we are watching, we would take that Shen baited her in because you're like, bro, we got to do something now. I know this feels. I hear you there, bro. And unfortunately, just dropped dead. So as we look into things, we do see Miss Fortune pretty underfarmed compared to the Vayne, but what do we expect? But it depends on how our double jungle is actually looking. Akali does have a kill. Is out farming her Warwick and almost level 1 points to the other Warwick here. Item-wise, pretty standard. We're not seeing anything too unorthodox. Sho'nuff is actually opening with a Rod of Ages. I quite like this. It gives them a nice bit of mana and also it gives them that early damages. As we're going to see Dragon picked up by red buff picked up by the blue side Warwick, and blue going over to the enemy Warwick, and red going up to the Akali. There's too much to keep up in the jungle. So I believe our Katarina has actually picked up 2 more stacks here. No Ocean Drake taken just yet. It'd be interesting to see how this actually plays around. Do the bronzes actually focus too much on the objectives? I would like to see that actually taken up soon, because I feel it's definitely a valuable Drake for them to have. But because of the double jungle here, we do see the red side Warwick a little behind the farm here, as he's actually going to get ultimate by the blue side, and this really should be an easy kill, as he does actually have the red buff advantage over his counterpart. As both Katarina jumping in, she might actually have to save his life, and she does, and a double kill because she killed Tyler during all this action that we were watching. Tyler running about 50% HP here, and easy peasy with a Shapumpo into the ultimate, and then able to pick up a double kill onto the blue side Warwick. Nice roly-poly by our red side one, and then actually the dash out of incoming danger. One thing I did actually want to touch on is the gold lead. Previously, about 2 minutes ago, the red team were actually a K up in gold, but they have actually blue team have pulled that back to about 100 gold difference at the moment. Miss Fortune holding away, as we are going to see Katarina coming down. Let's see how she can pan this. So in a walking lane gank, I like her tactics here. I don't think too much is going to happen, as the blue side are going to be able to easily walk out of this. Warwick is going to be taking Skull Crab, and he's on the hunt bot side. Still doesn't actually have his ultimate yet, as this double jungle really has slowed down the XP for these 2 foes. But Cardi being 6, I don't think she's going to make too much happen with this amount of HP, but her Shadow Kick is up, and you do not want to underestimate an Akali. Once she lands that Q and then the ult into the E combo, it can be pretty dangerous, as we might actually see her try and make a play happen in the mid side. Doesn't have the balls for it, sadly. Shen completely donning Sho'nuff. We're actually going to see Sho'nuff TP on top side with Shen. Almost about 20 minions up there, not too bad. Nice use of the plan. Oh, but the flashes into the wall is actually going to leave Akali in a bit of a danger. She actually does enter back into her style fan. Let's watch that back in slow motion, as we do see Akali using the plants to get the vision here. I think she's all sound. I assume, I'm not sure how she actually notices work here. I assume she probably doesn't by going by her flash. I think she was a bit shocked. So she's actually going to walk over to this plant. Not sure what we actually even call this plant. Does it actually have a plant? Does it have a name? Do you have a name, Mr. Plant? It's the Seed of Death. As she flicks onto it, is going to hit it right here. She is running red buff, around about 50% HP to Warwick, who has full health right now, and his ultimate is actually off cooldown. But as you can see her dropping down, Warwick does actually pick up the 70 gold there. She's like, oh, holy shit. Flash straight into the wall. We are going to see Warwick pop his ghost as well, just to make sure. Why not? So sudden cooldown. Nice smite. We do then see Akali actually walk out of her invisible shroud, and then decide to actually re-enter it and leave again, and easily getting picked up by the Warwick there, who's actually running the tanky build with passive Sunfire. But not to worry, as our red side Warwick looking for revenge. Nice chin and smite onto Taida and a big fear. She is going to make a nice flash here, as we see Warwick through the great use of his ultimate onto the enemy Warwick. And our carry is easily able to clear up the Taida here. And a big fight coming out. A lovely Miss Fortune. Oh, that was brilliant. Straight over the wall then. And we are going to see Katarina clear up. And what a team fight. Let's watch that back in slow motion. What we will do, let's pause this quickly. There's a special button I have written down here called the team fight, and we can watch this in a bit better to actually what panned out here. So a nice use of ultimate by the Warwick, got close the gap. Katarina's easy to pull in, and the Blitzcrank pull didn't do too many favors, as Katarina jumps in there with the Shen ultimate on top. They easily clear this bot side. Beautiful stuff, and what an ultimate by Miss Fortune then as well. Completely shredded there and was out of harm's way, as we can see all the dead bodies on the floor. Beautiful. So that's actually going to be probably a big swing. We see about a 1,500 gold picking up by the red side as a lead now. Dragon's still not being taken, but you know, he cares about Ocean Drakes, right? I do. Nasus cares. So an opening ZZ rock by Shen. Not a bad pick really, because he's going to be able to drop that down, and when he does actually leave lane, at least he's going to have some potential pushing power then, but Sho'nuff should be able to clear that out. Sho'nuff can't follow that play, as his TP was down from earlier, really struggling against this Shen. I've never seen a Shen put so much work down. And yeah, you can use that as leech jar. I would like to see maybe Shen open with a Triforce just to kind of dictate show. Still hasn't really got too much going. Picking up some tenacity here, maybe going for tenacity boots. Once again, Warwick and Akali fighting over our jungle camps. Shen actually going in once again, making good use of his dash and W, but a great knock up by Sho'gaf, and Silence going to keep him at bay, but really struggling, 2 levels down at the moment in time, and not having the most of fun. Katarina completely in control of this mid lane, as Sho'gaf does take a feast, takes a bite of that minion, leaving him on 3 stacks at the moment, which does actually give him 300 bonus health. Does actually use his Q on the minions, and that may cause a dive here, as we see Warwick looking to engage. The enemy Warwick is actually going to be closing the gap, and this could actually be a nice counter by the blue team, but with Sho'gaf running pretty low, this could turn into a painful experience. There's some nice damage coming out on both sides here. Nice big fear coming in. Sho'gaf does actually have his ultimate down from earlier in that minion, but I'm sure it's going to be coming up very shortly, as we do see him actually land a nice Q onto Warwick, but unfortunately it would be better safe for Shen, who was actually tanking the turret then. I feel with the minion wave, it should easily be killed by the red team. I'm not sure why Akali's not going in. Spamming her level 7 at the moment, actually uses a shadow kick, and a Q, unfortunately, had that actually landed, that would have been a guaranteed kill on the Akali. Should be unfortunate by our Sho'gaf then, as we see Katarina going ham. Tyler does actually miss her E ability, but making good use of her Q, only to be Shapumpo'd. Or Q daggered. I don't think Shapumpo's a dash straight to the base. Ripperoonie. Actually landed her E. It could have been so much more different. So our Misfortune does actually lose a turret, which is first turret gold going over to the blue team, which will actually help them out on that gold, I imagine. As we do see Akali trying to ninja this blue buff on the blue side, and he's able to actually going to escape here quite easily. But Warwick re-engaging, he wants the blue for himself, and is actually going to be able to pick this up here. And will he be able to walk away, as we do see his counterpart Shen and Akali closing the gap here. Warwick in a bit of trouble, he is going to pop Ghost, and I think he's going to be able to get away from this at this moment in time. But our first dragon, whoa, for the blue team, Vayne and Blitzcrank picking up an Ocean Drake for their team. Not too shabby at all, and another Ocean Drake is going to be coming up in a couple of minutes' time. You do see the red side Warwick firing it out with Shen here to help him out. They're going to easily able to kill this here. Taeda being a little scared there. I think she could have been a bit more aggressive and picked up the Warwick had she had the balls. But now she's in trouble as Katarina. Nice dashing coming from Shen. Just falling short. Good use of the knock up from Sho'gaf to stay Shen. But Katarina having none of this as she actually flashes in. No, just blinked in. Just blinked because that's always off cooldown, of course. And picks up a kill and a kill for Warwick. Putting on with 10 stacks and with a Hex Tech completed. We do see some Misfortune trying to rush an Infinity Edge. A bit away off. Vayne has completed a Rapid Fire Canyon. Taeda not really got too much going. She's looking to get her Veronicon, but losing mid turret and really kind of struggling in this matchup with 6 deaths at the moment. Sho'gaf down to 4. Vayne looking to try and carry here. We'll see how it pans out. As we see Blitzcrank just falling short on that hook. I don't know if that would actually, they might have ended it in tears with how bad Katarina is at the moment. We do see Akali trying to make an invade on this bottom side red jungle, blue jungle even. It looks red. I guess this is the red buff. I guess that's probably why it looks red, right? Do you see Vayne get a little bit aggressive here? Misfortune throwing out some nice damage. Vayne does actually have a red buff, so you want to be a little bit careful here. As we don't think I've actually seen Taeda ultimate once this game yet, so we may be in for a treat. We'll wait and see how that actually pans out, as we do see the red team pulling back at the moment with a 4k gold lead. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4k in the lead. Sho'gaf got a bit aggressive here, but does actually allow Misfortune to get away as Katarina starts getting a bit aggressive here. Shen and Blitzcrank not really going to have the damage here. Shen and Warwick, I'm confusing myself completely. As we actually haven't seen anyone drop dead at the moment. Katarina is actually going in here. She does want to get a reset so she can start actually throwing down some ultimates here. And she might not even pick up a kill. We do see a nice ultimate coming from Shen, but the Warwick ult is whoa. That's Jesus Christ. That was Let's go back to that for a second. Let's get on to my numbers. This is the problem with me trying to use my mouse. What we can do though, I believe, if we double click onto Mr. Warwick, this should actually follow him as we see him make a really nice ultimate play here. Boy, it looked like a nice ultimate play, right? We're watching it as he leaps in, shouting. Unfortunately, Taeda puts all her hits on the minion, but Warwick actually teleports. I think I haven't actually tried out the new Warwick, but what I believe happens is Warwick actually does teleport in with champion here, and he might be able to pick off Shen, but I can imagine Katarina actually looking to try and make something happen here, as she does, and able to blink out. What a Katarina play. Is she bronze? Is she smurfing? I don't know. She looked like she might actually pick up herself another kill. I'm going to rewind that. Let's rewind that, but oh, we've gone a little bit too far back, I think. So this was our original play. Lovely stuff. Warwick playing a nice ultimate here. Unfortunately, Taeda queued way too early and actually put no damage out whatsoever then, as I'm pretty sure Katarina would be dead for sure. Shen and Warwick batting out here. Looks like Shen's about to drop dead, but Katarina feeling pretty confident here with a 10+ stack. Gets in, picks up the shutdown, and a great Shenpo back. That was a really nice play as we then see her re-engage, chucking her Q down, and Warwick's able to easily finish off the kill here, picking up an ace for the red team. Wow, man, that was some fancy Katarina play. As we currently see 15 minutes into this game, ladies and gentlemen, we have already 34 kills, which is the equivalent of about 2 kills a minute. Damn, son. I need to get myself back in the bronze, man. Those were the days, right? I remember used to playing around the old Eve, getting 40 kills a game, and they were the days, man. Oh, those were the days. So we're going to see Blitz coming in here. He's actually going to pop his movement speed here, but I think Warwick's going to be able to tip her. He looks like he's tiptoeing. He's like, oh, get out. It's like a horse. Cool beans. Interesting stuff so far. We got another Ocean Drake coming up. Not sure when that's actually coming up. Probably in about 2 to 3 minutes, I think. Maybe it gets a little spawn up here. But again, you know, something that I do want to work on. I say this is my first time really actually messing around with the replay system. Is actually probably trying to get used to actually holding it. At the moment, I'm trying to use my mouse to drag around the action, which is quite hard to actually use in the team fights, as we kind of get lost a bit at times. Also, what I could do is try to get used to the numbers, but any improvements, tips, what you'd like to see in the series, how you want me to pan it out, how you'd like me to commentate, if there's anything you want to kind of add to the side, we can add some stats from the game. I'm happy to do, you know, I want to make this into a fun series that you guys can enjoy, and I think this will be pretty cool. This game, I think this is an enjoyable game. I used to really enjoy watching the LCS, but I haven't watched any of it at all in Season 7, and really much in Season 6. I found it so boring, right? Everyone doesn't do anything for 20 minutes, and they fight around Dragon, and then they have a team fight, and then they don't do anything for another 10 minutes, and they have a team fight, and then they get Baron, have a team fight, and they win. And that's basically how I feel the LCS goes these days. Which is pretty boring, right? But right now, man, this is actually back. We do see Warwick action in the bot lane. Both going for a similar build here. The red side looking a bit more in a commanding position. He's actually popped his ultimate. The blue side going for his ultimate here, and we are trading blow for blow. But we do actually have the minions going on the blue side, and this could be, oh my god! Wow! So, what happened here then? Deary me. So we do actually just have a quick look at rundown of our items here going into this. So we have the red side, Warwick currently running a Hydra and mini Sunfire against the blue side Warwick, who actually just has the Sunfire completed into the Chill and Smite item. Both running Chill and Smite here, and we do see the blue side currently with a Tiamat to the actual Hydra. So stat-wise, it's quite a big difference, right? We have the bonus passive on this, and also 450 health to 0 health here, and 35 attack damage to 20 attack damage. So in theory, really, we are expecting our red side to win this with a level leader here as well. He isn't actually level 11, so he doesn't actually have a bonus point on his ultimate, but the big thing, what I think really actually plays part in here, is the fact that we have these minions. We have these 4 caster minions currently having him down. He looks like he was in all kinds of trouble, but then come the melee minions and the other caster minions, and goodbye, I'm Faker. It doesn't look like you are you are certainly not a Faker, my friend. It was the disguised Faker, right? As we do actually see bot side carrying in, of course, blowing up the poor Tyler, who is probably on like 20 deaths right now. 8 deaths at the moment, having a bit of a bad time, but what a play by our blue side Warwick. We're going to give him a round of applause, and he gets a golden, he gets a thumbs up. I'm going to give him a golden star, but I don't have any stars. So we do see the red side trying to make some moves here. Nice flash taunt coming in from the Shen, a good ultimate coming in from Miss Fortune is going to be able to easily pick off the Vayne here. Poor Vayne. Try their best, really feel in this situation, you know, whatever either you're in. I guess bronzes don't really kind of respect this, but it's something that you guys want to watch out for is, you know, if there's 3 of you on the turret and you're a Vayne with no wave clear, just let the turret go. You know, you're not going to defend the tier 2, it's not worth you dying, because it's now going to open the option that they potentially can come into this tier 3. As we see Blitzcrank actually, I think, hooking Azizi minion then. Interesting stuff. So we are 18 minutes into the game with a 8k goal lead going. Oh my god, Katarina is actually going in ham here, making nice use of her Shapumpo. There's actually Shapumpo on the Warriors that are going out, and Taylor once again really making no effect here. She looks to be in all kinds of trouble, and Shen, you know, ultra for style points, why not, I guess. Easily done. Vayne is actually up. He's actually going to come in here for an ultimate, and unfortunately walking a little bit too far forward. A nice knockback, and she is almost. Had she actually not walked so close to Katarina, then I think Vayne could have probably actually cleared that up, but got a bit too, I'm not sure if she was watching where she was going, but definitely walked a bit too far forward then and get punished. So we do have Dragon coming up in 5 seconds. It's going to be another Ocean Drake. Baron up in a minute, but by the looks of things, our double jungle on the red team has paid off, and they're going to be picking up a victory here shortly. As we see a nice ultimate come from Warwick. He's actually tanking the turret here. Roly-poly out of the incoming Warwick. Nicely done. as we do see Karina in all kinds of trouble. Will Tyler actually be able to pick up a kill this game? It does not look to be the case, as she does actually miss her incoming spells once again. Nice damage coming out from Bane. Warwick getting a bit too greedy here, as we do focus on Bane coming onto Miss Fortune. Some nice damage coming. She can actually get another Q in. That will be a double kill. We should be able to finish off the Shen here. I imagine his incoming dash is going to be coming. And we do have our first kill for Taida, ladies and gentlemen. Nicely done. Our red side, Akali, is going to be able to try and make an escape here. Going for a chin and smite, not really picking up too many items at the moment, but going for the shadow kick here, getting knocked back by the Bane, and a nice heal coming in, and that is actually going to be an ace for our blue team. Do we have a comeback on our hands? With the 20-minute mark coming in, we already have seen 50 kills. Oh my. 50 kills in 20 minutes. Not bad going at all, right? With a 41k gold to the 32, 9k gold, 7 turrets to the 1. The red team certainly do have a big lead here, but I have seen leads thrown away similar to this. And myself being in many of those throws, and being probably the purpose for many of these throws, as we do see our fellow Shogath currently sitting at 1 stack on his ultimate. Not too bad, not too shabby at all. That does what's like 100 health, 100 bonus health for the Shogath. So let's have a quick run down of the build. We can see Shogath really struggling this game. 52 minions come the 20-minute mark. Not really going to be making too many waves here, as he's still not even finished his Rod of Ages yet. The poor guy, as we see Shen already with 2 items, not even 1, with the Sun Buttons easily completed, and almost has got his spirits out there now. We are seeing Karina running Hextech, Luton's Echo, and a Void Staff, along with, has actually chucked away her Dark Seal this time around though, unfortunately. And quite surprised, I'm quite sad not to see a Magi come out here. As we see another nice Miss Fortune coming out. I give credit, Miss Fortune has been on point for her ultimates here. Who's actually running them. Oh, we do see Akali coming in, and they would actually pick up the Bane there. Nicely done, a bit of sweet revenge. As we see Akali finally trying to build into a Hex Tech. One thing, I didn't really try the Akali jungle. I enjoy her top. I'm actually there mid. As you can see, it's just taking her too long to get those items that she kind of really needs. But not to worry. Warwick-wise, our blue side Warwick is certainly quite far behind. You can see the gold difference, the turrets, the global gold really kind of helps out on these teammates here. As in fairness to the blue side Warwick, he's certainly out-farmed the enemy Warwick and been involved quite a few kills, but you know, with the amount of turrets that has gone down, it's certainly been a bit hard for him to actually keep up the pace. But what a kill that was bot side. Thank God for minions, right? The Winions. As I say, as we do this, so see the red team collapsing on here. Tyler once again going down to the Miss Fortune after a nice shadow kick from the Akali. Shen tanking the turret, and we're going to see Miss Fortune picking up a double kill. Who needs Karina when, oh my, let's have a quick rewind there. How did Warwick get executed then? So, our Warwick, oh, it's kind of messed up the sound now, isn't it? All I can hear was like Warwick making some weird noises. So what was the red side Warwick that must have dropped dead here. Unfortunately taking too many turret hits. I'm Faker. And there we go, guys. What a game. 22 minutes in and 5 seconds. The game is going to finish 38-17 with a 11k gold, just under 11k, going towards the red team. 7 turrets to the 1 with a 6 turret advantage right there. And what a fun game. We did see 1 dragon falling down. Potentially 2 actually. I think 2 drakes did actually fall down, with both teams taking a share of the ocean drake, with a 3rd one to be spawned in a couple of minutes. No Baron was needed, only actually being up for 2 minutes time here. But what we did see is some fancy kills. I hope it wasn't too much of a bad game. We did see obviously the failed flashes down here from the Akali. She was a bit surprised seeing work there. Also the failed flash from Shen. But, you know, I failed many more in my flashes. We can't judge them too hard for that. Unfortunately, poor Taila did absolutely get wrecked in the mid lane by Karina here. 17-2 to 10 compared to the 110 to 6. Kept up in farm reasonably. Shogath was actually able to complete his Rod of Ages and get 1 stack by the end of it, but completely destroyed by the Shen here. Outplayed indeed. Without Shogath, might be able to hold his weight there, but you know, Shen did kind of force the issue and also made some nice kind of ultimates. Well, I don't think his ultimates were ever actually too good. I think there was one, actually, by the way, there's one ultimate here was good, but the other ultimate was here was too late, Bane and Akali, and the other one here was kind of unneeded, but they were so far ahead, I guess it didn't really matter. Bane was trying, she was looking reasonably good, but you know, she got fed or was able to kind of free farm because Miss Fortune was stuck in 2v1 with the Warwick and Akali double jungling, but we can't knock it, it did kind of pay off. Unfortunately, they only got the 1 dragon. I'd like to see them pick up both dragons and a lot earlier, but there we go. So again, guys, this was a brand new series for me. I haven't never actually done anything like this, but it's something we've talked about what would you guys like? How would you guys like to see this develop? Would you like to see bronze, silver, gold games, or would you like me just to do bronze games? How would you like my commentary to be? Do you want me to actually analyze? I've sort of tried to wing it a little bit. I think it's gone well. I've enjoyed it. It's been a fun game. But any kind of suggestions you'd like to see? Anything kind of maybe I can do some. We can put some text on the screen or something, or we want to cut things up, let me know. Would you prefer them to be shorter and more highlighted instead of actually being a whole length game? But with 24 minutes, it was a pretty quick game anyway. Or I can't remember the last time I had a 24-minute game. Or I probably had like a 50 minutes round of it yesterday. Anyway, guys, don't forget to check out my A to Z series. I'm having a lot of fun on that. Recently just played a Moo and absolutely wrecked Renekton. And come on, guys, you got to check it out. It was too much fun. And working on some more Ultimate Bravely and Road to Diamond. If you also have any suggestions on what else you'd like to see on the channel, I would happily take any suggestions. Anyway, as per usual, guys, I love you very much. Take it easy, and don't forget to come join me on stream sometime. Twitch TV /Mr. Big Russ. Peace.